Hello, exiles and economics majors. My name is TV Skyn, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I've been spending most of my time just ranting about how bad Ul'dah is, because it's terrible. It's a bad city full of bad people who do bad things. And it needs to be burned to the ground. I am on the Empire's side now. But anyway, let's see what Alphinaud wants us to do about it. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. Alphinaud, is this the first time you've been here? Have you not been to Ul'dah before? Okay, well, how long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Sergeant Alpham. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cardno. Begone, whelp! This is no place for children! No, yeah, shout at the child. That's gonna make it better. I'm sorry. Why isn't shouting at them making her cry less?
I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents?
You know this girl? So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see.
Did you find the man? Were my parents with him?
Yeah, I may have killed them, because they attacked me, and then I had to fight them because the game wouldn't let me, try and talk to them. So, I don't know, I might have slaughtered them with my axe in, like, a dirty cave full of water, but hopefully not. Let's see what the game says. They were not, I'm afraid. Yes, let's not tell her that. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go look for them together.
Really? You'll help me look, mister?
Of course, but first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment.
Okay, mister. I'll be waiting.
I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved Primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Please don't jinx it. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concerns for the strain it places on our limited resources, and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Yes, Comrade Alphinaud, time has come for change indeed. Now we put the capitalists against the wall.
Rick, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive.
The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat you spoke of before has been confirmed? I've received no reports of Aishali activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Brick. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I'm grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I'm more than capable of protecting myself. La 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 la! So, I saw Rin show up in chat. I've just arrived, Skyn. Sorry, my OC is flirting with a bottom on Balmung. Like the diversity of Final Fantasy XIV experiences. You know what I mean? Save the world or top a bottom. Or do both. Yeah, I do hear that Balmung is like the hub for ERP. It kind of makes me. I kind of thank God that I didn't choose Balmung as my. I don't know on the European data centers what the ERP server is, but like I kind of sort of shuddered to think what might have happened if I'd gone there and hadn't censored chat. That'll get you demonetized in a hurry.
It's a relief to see you healthy and hale.
No, it's hearty and hale. Don't you know the... Okay.
The latest news from Uldar was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Scions will need be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I will summon them now.
Balming is fine as a day-to-day player, but not as a streamer? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you if it were not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramuh.
Or Ramuh. I'm not sure how they pronounce it in this game. I'm sorry, may have. Then it is not certain.
The Elder Seedsir informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion.
Forgive me, Antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the Elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose peers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if there were any foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory.
The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the Touched Ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice.
Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen. Just not this soon.
I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did naught to prevent it?
I told Pepalimo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly just wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around their territory. They already summoned Ramuh once right after the Calamity, but that was because the Gallians came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castor Morian stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Uldar drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quickened their efforts to summon their god.
I am put in mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it's the affairs of men which have paved the way for a Primal's coming.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a pattern or something. Like, maybe it's because, like, maybe they summon these weapons to defend themselves with because they feel like they're under threat or something. I don't know. Like, maybe it's because of the people in the cities constantly stealing their shit and threatening them and killing them and calling them beasts and outcasts and refusing to treat them like, I don't know. I'm just stating the obvious.
Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place the Yorzir would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Brick, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve a similar success with their patron deity? If Ramuh can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning.
A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial.
Well, I don't know, Y'shtola. Maybe it's specifically because such a thing is possible that someone who stands to benefit has made sure that there would always be war. Because, just saying. Anyway. Like, if you exist in a permanent state of war ever, it's because it's beneficial to someone. Someone gets something out of it. People don't make war just for nothing.
But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. The Elder Seetsia has requested your personal involvement, Brick. Pray report to Commander Helua at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggested your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require.
Jmoji, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the Nuzlocke. That was a hell of an ending, wasn't it? Like, Jesus, I couldn't have scripted a better ending if I tried. I was so sure that I was fucked. Like, that I was completely, like, that no, like, my team was not gonna make it. I was gonna fail at the very last hurdle of the thing, and that would be the end of it. Which would also, like, it would have been tragic, but it would have been sort of resonant and kind of like, oh, yeah, you know, that's the way a Nuzlocke goes, and then fucking Boomball. Absolute MVP. Trying not to get distracted by the glams. Trying very hard.
Oh, Prick of the Scions, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a Primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seetsia, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial skills, may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand.
Run to the character who will tell you to run to the other character, and then run to that character, and then run to those characters. Sup?
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest.
Ramuh, then. Okay.
Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a Primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
As people are saying in chat, it is wonderful that we're talking about all this sensitive diplomatic nonsense, and here's Brick with his slutty little booty shorts. And half of his tits out. This is how I like to play.
The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks. Pray make for little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest.
Wait, I'm a little bit sad how Sky missed that Noraxia, in trying to be a better friend, turned into a Hewer at one point that was very green and stood on top of a chair. What? She did what? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that I missed that too. Oh, Simonette, you subscribed with Prime a few minutes ago, and I missed that. Thank you.
Yet, it is not only the Twelves Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Okay, to little Solace then. Time to trouble my poor editor with the responsibility of putting voice filters on these little critters.
Breaker of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to tree with the Primal Ramuh himself, an unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are...
Happy birthday to everyone.
Oh, happy birthday to everyone.
I've been told your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings.
And thank you for that subscription, Alakong. That's very kind of you.
I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigations. I do not imagine it will be much longer.
This one returns and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched One summoned Lord Ramuh.
Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions?
I see you, Reningir. I'll get to you.
It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please, come with this one.
Okay, so Rin redeemed singing mode, huh? Fair enough. In order to do that, though, I do need to...
La lune trop blême posant diadème sur tes cheveux roux. La lune trop rousse de gloire éclabousse ton chupon plein trou.
Sorry for the pronunciation.
La lune trop pâle caresse l'opale de tes yeux glacés. Princesse de la rue, sois la bienvenue dans mon cœur brisé. The stairways up to la butte can make the wretched sigh, while windmill wings of the moulin shelter you and I. Ma petite mendigote, je sens ta ménante qui cherche ma main. Je sens ta poitrine et ta taille fine, j'oublie mon chagrin. Je sens sur tes lèvres une odeur de fièvre des gosses mal nourris. Et sous ta caresse, je sens une ivresse qui m'anéantit. The stairways up to la butte
can make the wretched sigh, while windmill wings of the moulin shelter you and I. Et voilà qu'elle trotte, la lune qui flotte, la princesse aussi. Mes rêves épanouis, les escaliers de la butte sont durs aux miséreux, les ailes du moulin audacieux des amours. That's what you get for the 5,000 channel points. Okay, now to disable all of the things and get this stuff working again the way it's supposed to. Hang on. There we go. Let's continue. Where am I going? I'm going that way. Okay. Levin and Impression. Oh my god. You don't pay attention to the quest names a lot of the time, but then when you do, right there with a pun. Ooh, that's a cool structure. Fancy. That's like a little leaf curtain with like a... Ah, cool. It's just like all over. Yeah. Oh, it's the same texture. It's just kind of repeated and stretched. Neat. Anyway.
Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones.
Okay. Or, like, I could try and navigate the forest maze, but I could also just...
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramuh, and this one may turn mean and nasty like the touched ones. And so, this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One.
Oh, I really like the music here. It kind of has a Danny Elfman vibe. Am I wrong? Like a little bit of like that, like with the percussion in the what are they called? Xylophone thing, marimba xylophone, I think. Like it has that sort of oingo boingo energy. Boom, up, and then it like switches into a waltz time. Oh, that's cool. This is really nice music. What the hell? Cool. Anyway.
So, it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded Sylph's tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Y'shtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up.
That's quite enough, Papalimo.
My apologies, it's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, we have finished measuring the etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Ramuh was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Conric, the Lord of Levin, awaits.
Like, that's good energy, man. Like, listen to that, like, forwards driving mood, and then, like, how it swaps into, like, the more sort of la-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's really good. Like, a lot of the Final Fantasy XIV music so far hasn't really charmed me that much. Mostly because, like, a lot of it felt very sort of generic fantasy. Oh, hello! I see people have assembled. Felt sort of very generic fantasy-ish in its way. But this has, like, some personality to it.
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Oh, he's looking good.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
But there is some of the detailing, what I've talked about a lot with like the summons, the way that they're rendered in 14, is that they have a tendency to be rendered with like a crap ton of detail on them, like a lot of crisscrossing lines, like organic shapes and like stuff all over them. And for Ifrit, for example, I really didn't like it very much. It just looks like a kind of overcooked piece of chicken or something. Like it like its texture and like the particular way that it was rendered, I just didn't really vibe with it because, like, again, my Ifrit is and always will be the Final Fantasy X Ifrit, on which the 14 one seems to be like a riff, but one that's like made way more kind of brutal and monstrous in a way that just kind of looks ugly without really bringing any coolness to it, I think. But you can see some of that same aesthetic of detailing on Ramuh here. Like, his clothes have that, like, sort of, this doesn't look stitched together, right? Like, this doesn't look like clothes that were made by anyone sewing them. This looks like something that was sort of grown, almost. It looks almost like skin, the way that it's like veins or something, which is an interesting way to do it. Like, it's sort of like, even though he's wearing clothes and even though he seems very human, it sort of marks him out as a weird thing. Yeah, like an insect carapace. That's one comparison, Raska.
I am Ramuh, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
Hang on, I haven't told you my pronouns.
The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much, not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature.
I don't want to be a grammar nerd, like, I'm not even that much of a linguist, but it's like, the urgings of thine own nature? No, it's thy. Like, when you're speaking directly to... Okay, well, yeah. I think so, anyway. Like, it...
Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Portendeth. I think it should still be portends, because it is present tense. And it's... Because, like, the rules around this style of speech, like, it has much more of a Germanic, like, it's from the older forms of English have much more grammatical influence from German. And so it's much more, like, about, like, the accusative, dative, and, like, all the cases that sort of govern the way that grammar is used and the way that you conjugate words in order to indicate... I can't remember. It's been many years since I studied English, but something about it feels wrong.
thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
Only if I'm having a good time.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
Which threateneth. Threatens. Like, you don't apply the soft... Which threatens. Even in Old English it would be threatens.
Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting...
No, should.
Know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Shouldst. No, should. If thou should be found wanting. Otherwise it should be shouldst thou. Like, you really must have that construction, it should be shouldst thou be found wanting, which would be a weird way to say it. So, like, but still.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Caddy? Wait. Was that the fucking Splinter Cell night vision goggle noise?
Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady.
That was the Splinter Cell noise. That was 100% the Splinter Cell fucking night vision goggle noise. My boy over here is like concealing tactical gear. Like, there's gotta be a scene later on where he pulls off his robes and there's fucking solid snake under there. Kept you waiting, nah.
I must beg thine aid on a point of
Thy
research.
aid.
If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
You might be right, that gal. Like I said, it's been a long time since I studied English linguistics, so I probably misremember a lot of this, but... Yeah, Wayward Worldhopper. He was wearing goggles over his goggles. Oh, Christ. Anyway, fit check. Oh, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's so fucking cool. What the fuck? Look at that shit. That rules. Oh, that's cool. Like, that's the, like, Doctor Strange teleportation circle over. That's really cool. Can you layer those? Like, what? Damn. Again, like, I have such a... Like, because look at this. This is like a character design, right? Like, he looks vaguely like other detective guy from the Manderville quests. And perfect use of the emote there, but like you can see that comes through in like the simplicity and like the interconnectedness of the stuff that he's wearing, right? Like it's a very simple sort of black on black outfit, black hair, all very coordinated. And then with the glasses and the sharp look and like the middle part thing, you really do get the sense of like sort of intellectual Ice King sort of, maybe with a little streak of sadism with those like clawed hand stick kind of thing. Like, there's some character design going on here that I appreciate. Oh, that's a good hat. That's an excellent hat. That hat is bigger than your head. That's amazing. What in the... Oh, Evil Solly, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. That is, like, it is so fat. It's adorable. Oh, oh my... Oh my god. It's a grimdark chocobo with, like, scars across the neck. Yeah, I have been in the darkest of battles. Oh my god, that rules. The warrior of darkness. Oh my god, Shadow the Chocobo, that's amazing. Oh, that rules so hard. Unironically, that rules. Oh god, it can, of course it can fly. Oh, it flies with the tail. Oh, that's a nice little detail. That's cute. Again, like a nice simple... Oh, okay. Like, that's a Fallout... Is that Shinra's mask? Hang on, surely not. Like, that's not Shinra's mask, right? Because that... I do like that. Like, again, it's that thing about, like, simplicity when you can create... It's the Halloween mask you can get. Okay, so it just looks like Shinra's mask from Final Fantasy X2. Ooh, with the, like... Oh, okay, so it's like a plague doctor kind of sort of situation with the tool and the syringes and the little notebook. But again, like, this is something I do like with character design. Like, that's a very sort of simple rule of thumb. When you want to create a character design and you want it to be, like, memorable, a really simple way to do that is to create something that looks fairly conservative, fairly basic, like fairly sort of recognizable, and then add like just one thing that clashes wildly, one thing that's wildly out of place, like relative to like the sort of high fashion of the suit. Then just like put the mask on there, and that's like an attention grabber, and that's a very easy way to get people to pay attention. Ooh, man, like someone has so much fun making these guns. Oh, ma'am. Oh, the skirt with that jacket. Oh, okay, hi, hello. Jesus. Sorry, kiddo. You really shouldn't have interrupted. I was trying to look at cool outfits. Poor thing. I feel bad. That's nice. Like the suit jacket, like that has sort of like, it's not a proper suit like in the conventional sense. It's more of an overcoat kind of thing, but that, like, with the short skirt, that's really cool. I like that. Anyway, what are we doing? Right, I have to fight Ifrit. I should probably have a party for that. Lunatic Thinker, hey, buddy! Oh, man, I haven't... Oh, my God, excellent! I assume this is Lunatic Thinker, who I think it is. If you watch my Dark Souls 2 series, you might have seen Lunatic around. He's summoned in a bunch of times to help me, and he actually had a character in Dark Souls 2 that looked rather similar to this. I really appreciate that, man. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's nice to see ya. That's really cool. Oh, that rules. Anyway. You. Minimum eye level Ramuh. Are there any mechanics I should be aware of? Anything I should try and not be killed by? I have 1 healer and 3 tanks. Is that bad? Pick up 3 orbs, but only 3 orbs. You're supposed to have 2 of each, but this is funny, so that's fine. Okay, cool. Let's see, like, maybe we wipe, that's fine. We'll just try it again. It's supposed to be 2 to healer, 2 tank, 4 DPS. Okay. Yeah, I should probably have waited for people to do that. Hey, buddy. Also, this music goes hard. Ooh, vocals. So, let's see. If someone gets terrified, we have to let the boss hit them with something, right? Yes, okay. Hit stun people with the targeted AoEs. Looks like a faint lightning circle. When you get tethered, one of you should pick up a few orbs. Okay. Oh, I'm taking damage. Turning off Defiance. Might want to let someone else take that. Someone who knows what they're doing. Okay, so how can I tell if I'm tethered? I guess there'll be a tether on me, like a thing that show. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so I'm tethered to that guy right now, to Lunatic. So I picked up an orb. This music is cool. And yeah, this is definitely a different experience at minimum eye levels. For one thing, it's not over yet. For another, we might die. I have to assume those AoEs are gonna hit other people if you stand too close to them. So you kind of have to spread out. Oh, is that ads? Okay. Guess I'll go punch that for a bit. Man, this music slaps. This rules. Very different from the other battle themes we've had. Okay, we're not dead yet. So this is going all right. Probably. Oh, Lunatic went down. And there goes Carl. Our healer is down is the problem. Okay, well that is a problem. A significant one. I don't think we can sustain through this one, boys. There we go. PLD doesn't have clemency at this level. Okay, we should probably have we should probably have an extra healer, huh? Okay. We're doing okay so far. Now that we have a proper composition for it. More Grey Arbiters. Okay, I think the others... Way okay, I'm tethered to something. Orb. Orb. %. This definitely gets a lot more intense at lowest eye level. I kind of like this, though. I like that we get to see more of his stuff and hear more of the music. I do have less brain to spare to look at the character, though, but, like, I really do... I do quite like the way that his beard is almost formulated less like a beard and, like, almost more like a beer belly. Right, like, it's sort of more a part of the bulk of his body in an interesting way. Which, in terms of shape language, is an interesting way to design him, like, when he's supposed to be, like, a sort of mage character. Like, to give him all this visual bulk in his silhouette. Someone used the limit break, I see. Hey! There we go. La la la! Aw, he doesn't drop any loot? Aw, then what's the point of fighting him? Saving the world? Who cares about that?
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them.
Oh no, yeah, sure, just on top of fighting all of the monsters and trying to solve capitalism, I'll just banish the dark sin that has taken root in man's heart. No, yeah, like, I'm not stressed, I can do it.
If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone.
No pressure.
Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Scions.
I wonder if Urianger takes his goggles off, that he's then wearing glasses underneath.
But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
2 monocles, yeah. And contact lenses. Because my guy is just that blind. Is that a sailor's outfit? It's adorable. Looks almost like a chef's outfit. Hang on, what's happening? Pizza. Absolutely, I'll take some pizza. Oh, those are some, like, compelling emo vibes. Who's that? That's Medita Sin, Wanderer. That is compelling like with the... I need those. Those. I need those are the... I need those. Those are the ones I need. I definitely need those. Among other things, but I need those. One, like, can you wear them as... if you... like, they're not gender locked, right? That's from doing the Animal Crossing content. Okay, then. Let's see. I don't think I can see the glam easily. How do I do that? They're not, but you gotta get Endwalker first. Okay, Endwalker. Let's see. What are you glammed as? Oh well, people will help me find it later, but no, like... Okay, I can't do the boots, but I can get the shorts. Imagine this in the cutscenes. Imagine that. Wanderer means that they're from the Light Data Center. Ah, well, welcome along. You have traveled far to see me, traveler. Oh, I like that. That's like a cool sort of torn up... Oh, with a little... That's a kind of a Bloodborne-ass outfit, especially with the scythe. That's really not... Oh my god, is that a koala? He's got a koala on his shoulder. Oh my god, that's so cute. That is adorable. I really like that. That's a really good match with the scythe, too. He's just there on vacation. Oh, hey, I think I took a wrong turn. Could you direct me to the TGI Fridays? Yeah, I just wanted to go to the beach, but this here lightning fella showed up, and I figure I guess I better help out with that. Tourist. I like that. Oh, hello again. Hi. We have to stop doing this, Violet Screech. Because, like, you're gonna get obliterated. Do you not see the people standing around you? Is that motherfucking Dumbo? I mean, I guess it's not, because it's a pig, but... Oh, no, there's more of them. Ah, the expressions. Oh, those eyes. Like, that's really well animated. That's really cute. Oh, no. Oh, God, they're multiplying. Well, I guess pigs fly now, so... Time for me to become a conservative. Oh, that's adorable. Anyway, probably I should G-pose and try to end the episode. So that was Ramuh, Guardian of the Sylphs, and rather, like, nicely voice-acted character there, too. It's nice that there's more voice acting in the things. But if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Final Fantasy XIV with me, why not come along live to the recordings of these episodes? As you can see, we do have a fair bit of fun running around here. Oh, if you want to reset animations before the G-pose, do sit and then jump out of it. Ah, that's good information. Come along to the twitch.tv/tvsky, and you can come along. You can watch the edited episodes right here on the YouTube channel. And if you want to watch those early before they go live for everyone else, and you want to sort of keep up with where we are at in the stream before you come along to watch, you can become a member of the channel. That's like $1 a month, and it's your early access to the thing if you want it. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to be kind to one another. And may the tides of history wash gently over us all.